Good evening, everyone, and welcome back. So, we have a beer to try tonight, an adult beverage. If you're not into that, I just slapped and water went all over my face. If you do not drink adult beverages, that is fine. You can skip a little bit ahead and get into the react and get into the conversation. Sorry, I slapped water everywhere. But we have an interesting item, and let's go ahead and waste no time. So, tonight we're going to check out Amy's life journey. Man, to be honest with you, Amy is super boring, and sometimes I got to take a break. But I thought tonight, you know what? Foodie Beauty's just been on a rant. She will get into that. We're going to have a Foodie Beauty chat later. And it's just been boring, to be honest with you. I can only watch so much eating and eating and eating and eating and sauces and eating and sauces and eating. So, I figured we'd check out Amy's life journey, and boy, of course, there is always something shaking in Amy's world, and phew, Amy and money have never been a good combination on her channel. I get that she was trying to do something good, but I just think that, you know, basically, I question the sincerity of it. Was it genuinely to do something good, or was it just to try and be like, hey, look at me, I'm a good person. Please forgive me, guys. I still think she's trying to come back after the daughter situation. Check my other Amy videos out. It gets into that. But long story short, if you're new to my channel, Amy was filming a video, and she spanked her daughter, and I don't think, well, she didn't know it was in the video, she said, or she probably would have taken it out, but she said she patted her, and you could hear it from the next room or in the hallway, wherever. It was far from a pat. So she got a lot of backlash from that and said she wouldn't be discussing on her children on her channel. Well, guess what? Here we go again. She's talking about the kids throughout this whole video. I think that's ridiculous. I think if they're young kids, you know, I get mentioning things here and there, but I also noticed on her community tab, she's been pushing, I guess this is a good example, these little resin figures. These are, you know, of course, earrings, but here, I'll take them out. She was trying to make these little resin figures that she makes, these little resin things, and use them as, like, counters. You know, you could do 1, 2, like, to teach your kids to count. Well, in this video, she says something very interesting that we'll cross that bridge when we get there, but remember, we'll go back to these. She was making the resin counters. I think she worries about trying to sell things and gets so caught up in YouTube land that she needs to focus on her own children, and I'm not saying that to be mean, but we'll get to what is going on. So, Amy had a thing a while back, if you're new to her channel or new to mine or both, that Amy was moving and asked for money for her viewers, her subscribers, and didn't end up moving. It was a whole big thing, so that's why I say some people would need to keep their channel separate for money, and, you know, then here in a while, you'll see is why I question, you know, people aren't made of money. She asked for something. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I don't want to make a bunch of spoilers, but people are not made of money, and, you know, you cannot constantly ask your viewers for things. I find that rather rude. You know, I know some people want to show their support and help out, but I find it, you know, rather off-putting when you're constantly asking for things. And, you know, we'll get to, she asked for something herself, or kind of hints around in the video that we find is interesting. So let's get into our drink of the day. In the Life by Jen, Jennifer Gwinan, I mentioned, we're not going to do a snack of the day. We have a whole video that there was a pop-up bakery that we're going to do a dedicated taste test, and we'll just do snack of the day in that. But we did do a drink of the day in the Jennifer Gwinan video, so let's get at this. Okay, I seen this today, and I am like, I walked by it and talked to the owner. I've showed this in a video before. I'd like to do a giant walkthrough. It is an intricate store that has many different kinds of beers. It has so much beer and wine. It is just wild, all the things. So, this is the Duclos Brewery. Let me kick this down a little bit. I know it's catching a little, but I do maybe kick it back up in a second. Something in the video. Okay, yeah. So this is the Sour Me Unicorn Farts Glittered Sour Ale. Ale brewed with fruity cereal and edible glitter. So the label caught my eye, and then I talked to the owner, and he said, yes, it is made with fruity cereal, and yes, it does have edible glitter, and we are going to get into this. It says, pony up for a taste Pony up for a taste of this glittered sour ale, brewed with trios of fruit, fruity cereal, and a swirl of edible glitter, based on the flavor profile of famous Unicorn Farts donut made with fruity cereal. This beer is a medium-bodied with big fruit notes, slight tartness, plus a hint of moldy biscuit. A fantastical collaboration between DuClaw Brewing Company and Diablo Donuts. It is a pint. I don't know where Diablo Donuts, but anyways, DuClaw.com, and none of this is ever sponsored. That's why I ask. Make sure you're subscribed. Shoot me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment, even if it's just a smiley face, a unicorn, a beer. It really helps our little community out, and the more that I get, you know, interaction, I can give back to you guys, things like that. We are having our giveaway. I was waiting for some items that just got here. Oop. So, yes, giveaway is on the way this week, and we will be picking the juice winner giveaway. I did have a funeral to go to. I know that's no excuse, but I did get a little behind. So, I don't know, like I said, where Diablo Donuts or where this brewery is, but it says DuClaw.com. And like I said, none of this is sponsored. So, I couldn't find a plain clear glass, so it does have on the naughty list. This is one of my Christmas cups, but it is clear enough. We should be able to see the edible glitter. Have I ever seen a beer or drink with edible glitter? I have not. This is a first for me. I have not had this. Yes, I do drink. I am a recovering addict. Alcohol was never my problem, so please hold your comments. I am not an alcoholic. I do have an alcoholic beverage from time to time. If it is not your thing, I do apologize. There is other videos. We do drink regular non-alcoholic beverages. Always tilt your glass, old bartender's trick, and you will get less foam. Oop, if I don't spill it. Usually I'd pour a little bit since we got ice, but I want to make sure we get a good vision of this glitter. Okay, I'll let it settle for a minute. Oh, wow, I see it. And then I got, Pier 1 was closing, breaks my heart. I got this little bucket, and it's got some tongs. And I got this bucket super cheap, and I thought you could even put snacks in it, you know, chips or something. But I got it for the camper, but, you know, summer's over. So, sorry, I didn't want that to spill. But I did get it for the camper, and I thought, you know what, this is great. I was almost out of ice, and the dogs absolutely love ice, so, but I thought, what a cool little gadget for our different drinks. And in the summer, like I said, too, when you come across things like this, you could put chips in it, snacks. You know, for the price I got it for, you can't beat it. So, let's go ahead and check this out and see if we can see. Well, so it's super cold. It's hard to see, but I'm making sure. Can you see that? Yeah. Let's kick the light up and see here. See the glitter? Oh, let me go ahead and turn it off. Silly Kaya. There we go. Look at that. Hold on, we were almost better. Up. See the glitter? See right here? Hold on a second. I'm trying to find like the perfect. See that? Sorry guys, there we go. See it? There we go. Look at the way the light's catching it. That is freaking awesome. Wow. Let me see if I can stand up here. You can really see it. This is crazy. No, it's not really. You can really see it. Let me point it down to see if you can nap without spilling it. Well, it is super glittery. It is freaking neat. Check that out. I don't know if you're... Man, I should have got like a teaspoon or something, but look at that. Alright, guys. Sorry, I'm like mesmerized over here. That is one of the craziest. It is like a hologram glitter. I know it's picking up, see the hazy kind of, and it's not, you can see it laying, but it's all through it. Wow, I've never seen anything like that. That is neat. I am like mesmerized. Okay, so you get kind of like a blue moon, like the orange beer, like a blue moon smell. Sorry if you hear it sounds like a pig in the background, Simon. Okay, let's go ahead and give a drink. Wow, it's like when you take a sip, it makes the glitter like... Edible glitter, they use it on a lot of cupcakes, a lot of cakes. It's totally safe. It's just like a Formica, you know, like a pigment, but it's edible and it's highly safe. It's so, I mean, it's so thin that, you know, I really am hoping this is picking it up, you guys. Simon, I love you too, but you can't lick my fingers, bud. I'm trying to see the difference. Sorry, I'm trying to get the light to catch it. Okay, let's have one more swig. Okay. It is more, well, it is an L. Oh, Mr. Pigs, you're not supposed to be up here. Mr. Pigs is doing very good. His skin has been really good, so I'm wondering if it just wasn't a chicken allergy. And be careful with your dogs. They say that they can put, I thought I was feeding him lamb and rice. They don't have to. I'm looking at what he's looking at. They can put chicken meal as one of the top ingredients and don't have to say in dog food. So I'm wondering if it wasn't a chicken allergy. So I've been staying away from like treats and different things with chicken in it. And his skin has been great. He's still a little missing fur on his forehead, which will take some while to come back. But yeah, he's doing really good. We have some sub-dog boxes coming up, dog box subscriptions. Yeah, so, alright, Mr. Pigs, say bye, guys. Oh, Mr. Pigs. Okay, let's take one more swig of this and get in. I'm trying to, like, Simon. It is very, you know, got like a fruity, but all I'm really getting is like a blue moon. That's pretty much what I get. I would love to put like a slice of orange in this. There we go. It's catching it a lot now. But, yeah, I just get like a blue moon vibe. I think it's very neat. I mean, I wish you guys could see the inside of it. I mean, it's more than just a show in here. Like, it is sparkly. It's almost like a hologram glitter. But, anyways, if you had a party, a wedding, a function, you know, a girl's day, you know, like kind of like something like that. I think the label is absolutely cute, and I think the whole concept of it is freaking great. I like it, but like I said, it is a sour ale. It is a heavier beer. If you do not like Blue Moon, you will not like this. It is very, very much like a Blue Moon. I don't get the fruity cereal, but a lot of these different beers, you know, I'm more of a wine. I'm more of a mixed drink. So, you know, this is for, to me, you know, I always get the beer flavor that comes through. I know maybe somebody else has, well, everybody else does have different taste buds, but maybe you will pick up something different. But I get kind of like a Blue Moon vibes, like a orange ale is what I get. A sour orange ale. Great beer, like I said, great beer, but I don't get any of, you do get kind of like a little sourness, fruity, that kind of reminds you of the syrup. But let's get into the video. I do know this is going to be a God, I'm hairy now. Forever long. And we're not going to watch this whole video. Let me scoot you back. So what I did was, is I skimmed through the beginning. She was trying to talk about, I got to kick this light up. Hold on. These dogs. What she was talking about was some Starbucks cups, and what I don't think she understands is you cannot sell things that are licensed. Disney knockoffs. You know, I used to go to concerts a lot. I watched, you know, people's things get taken because they weren't licensed concert merchandise. You cannot make Starbucks things. You're using their logo. You cannot make Disney things. I think Amy just jumps the gun and come up with these ideas and doesn't realize that, you know, one day she's going to find herself in a lawsuit or a pickle, you know, trying to hurry up and make $1 without doing her research. You cannot do things like that. People have mentioned it to her before. You know, I was reading in the comments, somebody said, you know, quit labeling your things. You know, you can't use Tiffany Blue. Tiffany Blue is trademarked and copyright. You know, Tiffany's, you know, instinct here, this is simple, is what she was talking about, is, you know, Tiffany Blue, their signature blue, that's Tiffany's logo, you know, it's signatured for them. So, in this video, it is called Finally Blue Skies. In the hashtag, it says Starbucks donations and Oregon wildfires. Once again, you're showing a plastic Starbucks cup. What does that have to do with Starbucks? You're hashtagging this. It has absolutely nothing to do with Starbucks. And like I said, if you think you're going to use Starbucks and make these cups, you're going to get yourself into a pickle. And Starbucks is, you know, they people work hard. Even though I get it's a big business, it's still their logo, and you cannot use your stuff. That's like me, you know, of course, you know, just say this would be a such and such cup. This is their brand cup. I can't tack my stickers on here or paint it and say it. I mean, I know this is any kind of cup, but I'm using this for an example. You know, I can't tack, say this, you know, for instance, it's not a Starbucks, but you go to putting your stickers and your stuff on, it's still a Starbucks cup. So, I don't think she understands that. She's got hashtag Starbucks. This video has absolutely nothing to do with Starbucks. So, therefore, she's using Starbucks hashtag to try and get views when this video has nothing to do with Starbucks. I don't know if it's to try and sell her cups, but like I said, she better watch out trying to use license and copy merchandise with companies like that. Hashtag donations, hashtag Oregon wildfires. Let's go ahead and get into this vid. I know it's going to be another long one, so if you need to pause, get yourself a snack, get yourself a drink. If you do drink, you'd like to have a beer with me or a cup of wine, and I do know not everybody drinks, so I get that. Don't ever think I'm trying to push any alcohol or anything on you. Once in a while, I do have a glass of wine. There will be beer that we will be trying. If that's not your cup of tea, I get it. So, Amy had a thing the other day, and let me get this clear at the gate. I don't want to sound like I'm ranting today, but I feel like I have to always explain myself before people take me wrong. There is nothing wrong with doing and helping charity. I've mentioned before, I do, but I feel you don't need to post it everywhere. I feel there's a saying, if you're a good person, you don't have to keep saying you're a good person. People will see that. Like I said, do I wonder the sincerity of this? I totally do. I'm not being mean when I say that. And yes, it's an amazing to help people. I'm all for it. But do I wonder the sincerity of it? I absolutely do. Now, she was talking about the Red Cross the other day. Excuse me. People were not happy with that. And I don't agree with that either. The Red Cross has been around for years and years and years. Just because they don't do what you think they should do as a charity, that doesn't mean you need to spread false information or say different things. That is one thing about Amy. She says a lot of things that she's not for sure about, or she'll try to push information that she doesn't 100% know her facts. So let's go ahead and get into it. I cut straight to the part. We're at 5:51. I cut out all the other BS in the beginning. Her talking about how it had rained. Woman, you're 30-something years old. Do you not know that it rains to clean the earth? I mean, I'm not being mean when I say that, but it's like, oh, wow, I'm glad that I know now that the rain sets itself, cleans the earth. Yes, we know that. So I went ahead and skipped through that BS. Again, this is finally blue skies. Let's go ahead and do it. Yes, I know I rambled a lot during the beginning of this, but like I said, we're a little behind. I had a funeral, and I do miss you guys, so, I like to get into things.
I have a YouTube channel.
Okay, first off, hold on, I don't want to pause it right out of rip, but I do want to say, volume, very light during this. I cannot do anything. It's turned all the way up. It is on her end. What I jumped into here is she has one of her cards. I think it's Walmart cards she bought. Yeah, they were Walmart cards. And she's finding a gentleman. Where a lot of people had a problem with this is she was supposed to be helping people about the Oregon wildfires. She don't, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I just skimmed through this. Don't quote me. We'll see her in a second. But I don't think she asked this gentleman, was he affected by the fires? So a lot of people had a thing, but let's go ahead and get into it. And I can barely hear, so I do apologize.
We got donations for the fire victims, and I have been going around and just passing them out from my channel to the victims that are needing help, and I wanted to give you a little donation. It's a gift card to Walmart just for anything that you need for the meantime while you're out. Here you go. Thank you. Thanks. So, yes, there is the clips of me.
Okay, so I do have it pulled up. So she's got the kids covered in the back. I personally, and I put it right to that part, I didn't hear her ask him, was he affected by the fires? So I don't think so, but let's get right into it. And she, that's why I had it put up close so you could hear, but she did have the kids covered, but it's still I don't know. Let's get to it.
Our donations, and then also a little bit of the scenery for what it looks like now versus just a few days ago. Now, I do want to just kind of talk about the last couple of days. I want to kind of talk about a few of the comments that I have received, and just a little bit of that. And then after this video, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be starting to do vlogging again. I'm hoping it's going to be one of the last videos, I guess you could say, where it's just mainly all sit down and not doing.
I'm really interested. All of these girls are pumped, they say, about Vlogtober, and Amy, of course, we never really see her other than in the van sitting in this chair. Same with Foodie Beauty. She's either driving around in her car or going through a drive-thru. So everybody's got these big Vlogtobers planned. I'm highly interested to see what their big idea of Vlogtober is going to be. Now, we're going to try to do some stuff. Obviously, quarantine is still into play, but if I can find some cool things, and don't you worry, we might have a Halloween parody coming up, depending what's shaking throughout the community. You know what I mean? You guys get me, depending what shakes, but I'm really interested, just like enough that she's going to be out doing. What are we doing? Because we only see you going to Walmart and things like that. So it's pretty interesting, you know, to see their Vlogtober content. Volume's garbage once again.
Officially in middle school, and he is doing fantastic. Let me see here. No, what are they? We're on Saturday, so Thursday. We had.
I hope you guys can hear her.
Assessments for the littles, so that way they would have in what group level they're at, so they kind of know where to place them. And amazingly, both kids actually did shockingly well. The teacher was very pleased with the
Okay, pause right quick. I want to hit the light on this. So what she just said is the littles are her littler kids. This kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and this is my opinion, only my opinion. Everybody's welcome to their own opinion. If you caught, she said the littles did pretty well. It was even shockingly surprising to me. Now, this is where I got rubbed the wrong way. So you're pushing these resin counter things, and these are what, kind of like what she's selling, like these resin things. Like 1, 2, 3, like little objects you could use to count. They were like shaped different animals and things. I'm just using this to show you what the resin, basically kind of things like these. But they were like animals, so you could use them as like counters. 1, 2, 3. This is where I get a problem, and where, okay, so you're kind of shocked that your kids did good. Maybe you're too busy, and this is only my opinion, to each their own. Maybe you're too busy working on your craft stuff, and I get it. I've stood up for Yaba, and I've said it's nothing to do with Yaba. Of course, mothers can have hobbies. Yes, when your children go to bed, they're taken care of, or if they're outside playing, most definitely. I'm not saying that. I've even mentioned it irks me when Foodie Beauty says, you know, mothers can't have hobbies. But it seemed weird to me when she said it, even shocked me that they did good. Do you not work with them? Are you too busy trying to make a buck and not count with your own kids versus trying to sell these little counting objects than working with your own kids? Do you guys pick up what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm laying here? You know, I feel like she's one of those that's so wrapped up into wanting to be famous, wanting to have clout, that she's so busy trying to make a buck, she's not working on this stuff with her own kids. That just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. It was like she was shocked that they did good. Well, if you practiced with them and got them ready for this, why were you shocked? It was kind of like, to me, she thought they weren't going to do good. Do you get what I'm saying? Excuse me. Let's get to it.
Of information that they both knew.
And then another thing is, I thought she wasn't bringing the children back into the channel. Here we are again talking about the children's school, talking about their education, assessments as usual. I thought we weren't discussing this, but see, she gets mad when other people discusses them.
That made me feel good, because I wasn't really sure exactly how well, you know, they were caught up with other kids, you know, their age and stuff. So when I heard that they're...
See what I mean? What kind of mother would... It's kind of like I said just a minute ago, like she didn't think they were going to do good, like... And I'm not, like, did she not? I'm not saying this to be mean. Like, it's kind of like she was almost judging, like, that they weren't smart. And I'm not saying that to be rude in any shape, you know, way or form. But it just really threw me off. Like, wow, how could you say that about your own kids? You know, excuse me, here you are selling these counting objects, but are you too busy trying to make a buck than trying to work with them? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm being honest. Let me know in the comments, did you kind of think like I thought on that? Like, excuse me, that's what I gathered out of that.
Really good. it made me feel really good. So their actual first day of school doesn't start until Tuesday, so it was just like an assessment day Thursday. So I've got that going, and that's going to be a lot of my main priority right now is...
So she's up to like 6,000 and change.
That is just something that, you know, just...
Like to dislike is 87, excuse me, thumbs up. Hold on, I got to burp. I do apologize. Excuse me. 87 thumbs up, 292 thumbs down at the time of this video. She's at 62,000 and some change. Blows my mind, and like I said before, it's not me hating, it's just... It's not, excuse me, it's not jealousy or hating, it's just I find their content very dull, very low, just very, like I said, she's either in the van or she's trying to, another one like Jen, trying to push something on you and, you know, trying to sell you this, that, and the other, or showing some lame, you know, sponsored video that nobody cares about. We're going to go ahead and move forward.
Keep in mind, days like today, I did get one.
Okay, so these are the Starbucks cups I was telling you about. She's going to find herself, like I said, not to be mean. It's a licensed, you cannot go around selling, slapping your stickers on Starbucks cups.
But that was because I was out and about, and I just wanted to get something. So, I did get one while I was out, but for the most part, I am going to be doing my coffees at home, but also I can decorate it with vinyl, so I'm really excited about that. So it just looks like this. It's a 24 ounce. It has the lid. Oh, hold on.
Why not to be an idiot? But why would, it's one of the thin plastic ones, and no, like I said, no shade, but those are like, I think like $4 or $5. Why would you pay shipping on that? Why wouldn't you? She drives around constantly. She's popping through Sonic, this, that, and the other. Why wouldn't you put a mask on or go through the Starbucks drive-thru and get one of those cups? It's not even one of the thick ones. And I'm not saying like... I'm not saying that to be like, oh, it's one of the cheap ones. I'm just saying she probably paid as much shipping is for the cup. It's not like she ordered like a limited edition one that she couldn't find somewhere or something. I would not pay shipping for a freaking $3, $4, $5 cup. That's bananas. You could have probably got 2 of them if you would have whizzled through the drive-thru for that.
Lipstick, yeah. Okay. So the lid.
Yeah, it's just, look, one of the thin ones.
Straw, and it's identical to the cups, the Starbucks cups that you get from like the Starbucks store.
Yeah, it's a Starbucks cup.
Reusable. So that's one thing that I really like about it. And then 2, like I said, I'm gonna put some vinyl on it and decorate it really cute. So I'll show you guys when I do that. And the other thing I like about it too is it has the stopper on the straw, so it doesn't go flying everywhere. Anyways, so that was that.
Hold on, I was making sure we weren't going to skip through.
Okay, so one of the comments that I had seen...
Okay, so this is where we're going to get into the Red Cross, all the stuff about the donations. Now, Amy is one to get her words twisted around. She wants so much to be right. It's like she dumps more fuel on the fire when she keeps talking and talking. It actually makes it worse. Let's go ahead and get into it. We're not going to watch this whole video, but I do want to get through where, you know, she just keeps talking in circles and, you know, let's just do it.
Come through. And I really, you know, I guess maybe I think that the way that I put my comment out there about the Red Cross, it was taken the way I was not. I wasn't, when I said my comment about Red Cross, I did not mean it in a negative way. But I think it was interpreted as a very rude comment, and so I want to just kind of clarify what I meant by that. So the comment that I'm reading right now, it says, you are wrong about the Red Cross. Either you lied deliberately or you are misguided with your own negative thoughts. The Red Cross has been around forever and they go above and beyond. Now, I did say this quite a few times, but I am going to repeat myself again. I am not saying Red Cross is bad. In fact, on my live, I even was asking my mod to drop the link if she could figure it out to the Red Cross if people would rather donate to the Red Cross than to donate to me. However...
Okay, first and foremost, this is my opinion. I think if you want to donate, I think it's a fickle line. Let me turn on the light here because this could get twisted up. I think it is a very fickle line when it comes to giving somebody money to donate. I think you're almost better off donating yourself, making sure the money gets safely there, or making sure whatever charity is, the money goes towards the right things, etc. I find it, you know, like I said, we're not missing the message here. I think it's amazing, seriously, to help people out in charities. What I'm saying is it gets sticky when you give someone else your money to donate. That is when the lines get a little bit sticky, because do you know 100% your money is going to that charity? You know, is it going to the right home where it needs to go? I think it is a weird, fickle line sometimes when, you know, influencers, YouTubers, just things like that in general, you know, even celebrities, you know, I want to know that my money is going where it is supposed to go. You know, I think that is a weird line when you really get to things like that. And like I said, it is amazing. Don't get the message wrong what I'm saying. But I think, you know, when you're giving your money to somebody else to give to a charity, it gets a little sticky. Like I said, you know, very amazing thing. And I'm not saying that, but I just, you know, you don't have the receipts. You don't know exactly what this person or anybody has done with the money.
And this part is true because we went to Red Cross and we talked with them that if you're going to do a donation, they will take that donation and they will put it into necessities that are needed, that they see are needed, okay? And that is great. Don't get me wrong. They are helping people tremendously.
Tremendously.
But the reason I was saying to do the gift
I'm
card,
not being mean when I say this, but she buys all this craft stuff, but yet she's always like, dude, buy some things that fit. I'm not being mean when I say that, and they all do this. You know, buy some decent things that fit. If I could count the time, I mean, like I said, I hate this thing. Excuse me. I got it Old Navy. I showed it in a vid. It was on clearance, and I hate this, but she's always pulling on these. I'm like, buy some things that fit. And excuse me when I burp, but she's always tugging. It's like, buy some things that fit. Then buy your crafts or your hobby stuff. Priorities, man. Yes, I buy tons of stuff, but do I have toothpaste? Do I have deodorant? All that. There's another thing I want to read real quick, and we're not going to get too far into this. I know this is already long, but let's read one more thing that I also read in the comments, and let me know, you guys, let me know, you guys, if this is true, because, hold on a second, this could be interesting, and like I said, you know, you really got to be careful. Hold on, where did it go? Hopefully she didn't delete it already. Oh, no. You got to be kidding me. She has been on a deleting spree. I see her comments. Like, one video had 8 comments. I'm like, no way. You guys gotta be joking. Did she really? Hold on a second. Okay, yeah, here it is. Okay. This person says, I actually have a non-profit charity SOL. It took a long time and a lot of work to set up. You cannot collect monetary donations unless you have a 501c3. Every donation needs a receipt, and if you don't have the 501c3, you need to pay taxes on all those donations. That's what I'm saying. Like, Amy needs to be careful. I totally get, like I said, I'm not being mean when I say this. I'm all about helping people, honestly. Like, but Amy jumps the gun and doesn't think things through. And just like I said with the Starbucks cups, somebody's going to make a comment, yeah, that's cute. And she's going to want to make them one and say, yeah, I'll make you one. And here you're selling copyright, patented Starbucks things. So let's go ahead and get on. But I thought that was interesting to find. But she has been, she has been on a comment deleting spree. The one video, like I said, I know there had to have been more than 8 comments. And she's been on a deleting spree.
Was because there are things that families might need that the Red Cross doesn't have. So if they had a gift card, they could go and get something for their family that they might really need, or they see as a want, need, that they can use the gift card for during that time. Maybe they want to go to Walmart with the gift card, and they want to buy a couple of snacks that the Red Cross doesn't have. I'm just using that as an example. I don't know if that's,
Sorry, I'm getting a drink.
It's just the fact that giving them something in their hand to hold on to it was more of just a personal thing from person to person to have something given to them. Again, let me make sure that I am making myself as clear as I can. I am not saying Red Cross is bad. I never, ever, ever, ever did I state that. I just said that Red Cross does not 100% take all of their donations and put it towards one certain thing that's going on at that time. And that is true. I talked to Red Cross and they said they take donations, and yes, okay, so they have a certain amount that is pulled aside for the fire victims, just saying. They take a lot of donations from people bringing food, clothing, toiletries, you name it, toys, things like that. They take those donations as well as money donations.
She looks like she has to keep, thinking, what she's gonna say. This is my thing with her. Red Cross is been around for years. They help people. She should have never opened her mouth about, I get people need other things other than with the red. I totally get it. But she talks around circles. Now we're going to skip a little bit ahead and listen. Now, people helped with this. People aren't, excuse me, sorry. When I drink beer, I do belch a lot. Excuse me. Excuse me. Now, people just helped her with this, and watch what she turns around and does. She tries to slip one in right quick, and basically, hold on.
Also stated, and I would never downplay them, but I'm just saying that if somebody talked about now. So.
That and I apologize, but she just babbled one circles about the Red Cross. This is already getting super long.
And in this hard-hit world that we all live in together, quit with this crap. Most of us are trying to survive. I would be more than happy to give to the Red Cross or St. Jude's for children, or maybe something that doesn't sound like a scam. So, fair enough. Again, I never made people donate to the PayPal. I offered it out there for if people wanted to, so that we could get some gift cards and reach to some people that were in need from the wildfires. But I never ever forced somebody to give money to the PayPal account. I showed every receipt that I could show to prove my word. Now, at this point, I can do no more to prove my word to everybody than what I have done. I showed the receipts that I paid for the cards.
I probably skipped it. I hope I didn't. She also made a comment. I forget how she worded it. Somebody else caught it too, I noticed. That says, yeah, everybody keeps saying, why do you delete, why are you deleting? Basically, she says something like, what'd she say? Hold on. Anyway, she says something about, kind of like, I forget how she worded it. I don't want to, like, basically, like, kind of like, well, I'm sorry if you didn't help. And people are like, yo, some of us can't help. I forget, like I said, how she worded it. But basically, it was like, well, if you didn't help, I'm sorry. Like, not everybody's working right now. Like, she doesn't get that. Not everybody has disposable. And watch her in a minute. She throws in a quick little...
You know, there was a comment made, well, you know, gift cards don't take odd cents. They only take rounded numbers. That is not true. You guys seen it on my receipt, $50.25 to 6 cards. Each card...
I found that strange, too. If you didn't take any money out the pile, where did you come up with $50.25? I don't think I'm pretty sure it doesn't cost to buy Walmart gift cards. I thought it was weird. She did $50.25. And like I said, no shame. Don't get it twisted. I just thought that was kind of weird, the quarter. Why wouldn't you make it 51 or 51.25 if you didn't take any money out? I thought was kind of strange, the number. Isn't that weird, 50.25, like...
was placed into the envelopes and were given. Somebody said, well, you don't know if the card was even in there. Well, what am I going to do? Walk up and tell them that they are being given a donation and drive away with no donation in the envelope? I mean, come on, you guys, please, really. Think a little bit outside the box and stop being so nitpicky. But anyways... I can do no more to prove my word than what I have done, and I'm not going to. Because I know, and you all know, that I fulfilled my words, and I did what I said I was going to do. Now, if you choose to continue to stir the pot and say that I'm a liar, that's on you. I'm no longer going to sit here and argue with a brick wall. Like, it's just not going to happen. I can only do so.
All right, guys. I know you guys hate when I do this, but we're going to have to continue to part 2. There's a little bit of this, so what we're going to do is make sure you check out part 2. We're only going to do like 10 more minutes of this, and then we're going to do like a Foodie Beauty update, kind of like a recap of what's been shaking with Foodie. Like I said, I'm going to call this Amy part 2 and then Foodie Beauty chat, but we're going to pick up right where we left off. I'm going to let the dogs out, use the restroom. We'll finish this up, but I don't want to, I mean, it already is 1,000,000 hours long, let's face it. So it's going to say Amy part 2, and we're literally going to do like 10-15 minutes more of this. Finish out where she slides in a couple things, and then, excuse me if I stop burping, and then we're going to have a little Foodie Beauty chat. So please come back for part 2. I know some of you guys just watch part 2, or then you'll watch part 1 and you won't watch part 2. We'll pick up right where we left off. I'm going to leave it right here. I won't, BS. We don't have any snacks or drinks. We're going to do the snacks on a different video. So we'll be back for part 2. Make sure you're subscribed. I know a couple people mentioned. Hit the like. Leave me a comment, even if it's just emoji. And we will be back for part 2. Kai out.